a case study where we looked at status. We look at status roll-on or status deodorant. I don't know. Do you guys know status as a brand, or have some of you guys used status? At some point, have you guys used status?
No, sir, but I know it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Nkamwe and Primoni, I don't know why you guys like typing. Where are you? Did you sleep at home?
I'm at home, sir. I'm at home.
Okay. All right. So today we are going to be looking at the strategic framework. That's what we are going to be looking at today. And we are going to look at the generic digital marketing strategy development. Remember, the strategies that you are exposed to, you cannot only apply them in digital marketing. You can also apply them in your real life situations. Always think about that. I know sometimes students be like, oh, we learned this in marketing. You can apply it everywhere. Even the family conflicts that you sometimes you got caught up on, you can apply, you can come up with a strategy to reconcile family members. You can come up with a strategy, to achieve whatever goal that you can achieve. And yes, you can also use strategies in Mjolo. It does happen, and I've used that a lot. That's why I barely have stress related to Mjolo, because I'm a strategist. Even though I wouldn't say that in most cases my strategies do work. There are also times whereby strategies do not work. Then we continue the same concepts that we were exposed to yesterday: digital media channels, pay-per-click, search engine optimization, landing page, viral marketing, and personalization. Remember, we discussed a lot about viral marketing yesterday, because viral marketing is part of the REITs model. With viral marketing, you can always maximize the reach. We always hear people saying that, oh, that thing went viral. And someone yesterday actually mentioned that, things that always go viral are those that are negative, or those that are socially undesirable, like leaking nudes, or someone committing a crime, things like that. They would go viral quicker than someone helping the poor, or someone, you know, giving a street beggar food and stuff like that. You want things like that are not shared more frequently, compared to things that are, that always easily caught people's attention, such as nudes, scandals, and so on. So we've got an activity now, because you are doing strategy development. The chief marketing officer and yourself have attended a training seminar on the 7S framework and the generic digital marketing strategy development process. The chief marketing officer has tasked you to present to the rest of the marketing team what was presented in the seminar, and how the marketing team can make use of the two concepts. So I'm asking you guys, how can you make use of the 7S framework and the strategy development? Let's start with the 7S framework, because that's what we discussed yesterday. How can you make use of the 7S framework? I'm listening, guys. Guys, how can we make use of the 7S framework? Okay, what are the 7S framework? Let's quickly discuss that.
It's the strategy, structure, system, staff, style, skills, and superordinate goals.
Structure, subordinate goals, that's correct. So guys, when you are coming up with a strategy, you need to understand the institution that you are dealing with, because institutions are different. When I talk about institution, I'm talking about brands. For example, if I at FNB, or if you are at Discovery, or if you are at Boston, or if you are at Tiger Brands, you need to understand the institution. Who is it that I report to? Okay, that's the structure. Because companies have got their organizational structures when it comes to reporting and management. So you need to know, if I've got this strategy, is it going to be well received by the company structure? Or it can just be turned down by the manager, but if I approach the senior manager, or if I approach the director, then this can work. You can remember, there are many strategies that are being turned down because the organizational structure is very busy. It's too busy to entertain it in the first place. You know, sometimes the strategy, whatever that you come up with, it can be turned down because they believe you are too low, or I wouldn't say too young, but your position would be too low, to come up with that strategy. Even though most organizations have realized that people are always fresh in the company, are the one who would think outside the box, especially the interns. So you guys are going to be part of most internships very, very soon. So realize that you are the one who always come up with fresh ideas, because you want to have a fourth part in terms of your career and stuff like that. While if someone who's already established wouldn't care about what is happening in the organization. So that's how the structure would contribute to that organization. And you also need to understand that sometimes your idea can be stolen, okay, within the structure, and it ends up being the company idea. So you need to understand, which environment are you operating in terms of the structure. And of course, that structure is also determined by the staff, because those managers are employed by the company. So the staff also features in there, all right? And also the style, how the company operates. Some companies are very open, while some companies, they are very, very, very closed. Like, it's not even easy to express yourself, to express your ideas. You can't even open your mouth because you believe, based on the style of the company, your idea is not going to be entertained. You also look at the skills surrounding the strategy that you want to have, because sometimes you've got the best strategies ever, but you do not have the required skilled to execute that strategy. So sometimes companies, if they do not have the required skills, they would actually outsource the skills. For example, if you are at Tiger Breads and you come up with a good marketing campaign for Tiger Brands, but you do not have IT department, they do not have the skills to come up with a mobile application that is going to push the campaign, you can end up outsourcing the skills, like getting a company that is good at that, and then you pay them. So the skills also matter there. Then you've got the company strategy itself. Like, how does this company exist? Does it sell phones? Does it offer counseling? Looking at the business model. Remember, we discussed business models, guys. A business model is part of the company's main strategy, whether it's B2B, B2C, C2C. You look at that and you think, whether your marketing strategy is going to feature in or not. Remember, the strategy on the 7S is not the marketing strategy. The strategy on the 7S is for the company's survival, main way of doing business. For example, The strategy, the business strategy for Boston Media House is to deliver education, a higher education. That's what they do. That's how they survive. So they don't sell laptops, they don't sell this and that. They are in the education industry. That's their business strategy. So there's a difference between business strategy and marketing strategy. So don't be confused there. Of course, we've got the shared culture. That one, you just need to make sure or to emphasize that um, collaboration is sustained, because shared culture will determine how you work together as a team. Okay, especially considering diversity and inclusion. We come from different backgrounds, but how are we going to make sure that this um, strategy succeeds? You'd realize that some organizations are very open when it comes to attire, when it comes to punctuality, when it comes to tattoos, everything that would enable the shared values, While some are very strict, like if you are going to work, you need to get there at 7:30. And it can't be a minute after 7:30, because you are going to take in with your fingerprint, and it will actually say that you got here at 7:30. If you get there at seconds after 7:30, you can even be given a warning. Do you know about that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Mm. So realize that even if you are partying last night or you have got a hangover, you have to make sure that you are there on time, because the company is pushing this concept of shared values. Who drinks here? I know Nkamo does. Humphrey, I don't know. Primonia, I'm talking about
Occasionally.
alcohol.
Occasionally.
Pardon?
Occasionally.
Just say I drink. It doesn't matter whether it's a sip, whether you drink on Christmas. Nkamo can take you out for drinks, so never shy away from that. All right, that was a joke, guys. So do you see how marketing strategy development can be linked with the 7S? Can you see that, guys?
Yes, sir.
So in conclusion, it is essential to understand the bigger picture of marketing as it affects every type of business. So it doesn't matter, even if you're individuals. I told you guys, you are a personal brand. At one point, you sell yourself, be it to your family, be it to the would-be boyfriend, be it to organizations. When you are drafting your CVs, you are selling yourself, be it at church. We always live, we always exist to sell ourselves. I know some people say, no, I don't market myself, but everything that you do says something about yourself as an individual. The same way with brands, everything that they do, it says something about them as an individual. Even if they are not doing anything about their products, it still says something about them as brands. Primonia, don't you think you sell yourself more often?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm asking you because I've already asked these guys in class. So
No,
you
I don't.
guys are challenged. You're saying something, I didn't hear you.
No, I was saying I don't think so.
You don't sell yourself,
No, I don't.
or you just expose yourself to the market. Then whoever wants to buy can buy.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you guys are challenged to understand the ins and outs of marketing, to use the various media channels effectively. The approach of a 7S framework is multidimensional. The elements on the 7S chart are interconnected, as I showed you guys. With lines of equal sizes, all elements are equally important and all of them should be used together. To make progress in one S, you definitely need to achieve the other, okay? Digital marketing channels are vital components of most marketing campaigns today, and many of the digital communication techniques are analogous to their traditional equivalents. And there are many online communication tools which marketers must review as part of their communication strategy or as part of planning a digital marketing campaign, such as search engine marketing, online public relations. I think you'll find these on lesson 6 if you guys did not attend the class yesterday. Are there any questions or any queries? All right, so in the next lesson, we are going to continue with the series on strategic framework and strategic development. Please, if there are any questions, guys, don't hesitate to ask me. Even if you ask in what's on in the WhatsApp group, I do not mind. Okay. So now I am opening the slides for lesson 9.